Students, we are going to study sixth chapter from class 11th, that is biomolecules. I am Savita More from Arts, Commerce and Science College, Nasik Road. This is our first lecture. You have learned that living organisms have cell as a basic structural and functional unit. The cells have protoplasm containing numerous chemical molecules and biomolecules. It develops a foundation for understanding all biological processes and communication within and between cells, as well as chemical basis of inheritance and diseases in animals and plants. Chemically, all living organisms have basic three types of macromolecules. Macro means larger, which are polymers. Polymers means many. Poly means many. Yes, macro means larger, poly means many. Of simple subunits called monomers. Monomer means having a single unit. Mono means single. So you have to remember it like this. Organic and inorganic. Biomolecules are classified into organic and inorganic. Organic, they are again classified into macromolecules, larger molecules, and micromolecules, smaller molecules. Macromolecules are again classified into polysaccharides, polypeptides, and polynucleotides. Polysaccharides, poly means many. Many sugars are joined to each other to form polysaccharide. It is called as polysaccharides. Polypeptides, many amino acids are joined to each other by peptide bonds, so called polypeptides. For example, proteins. Polynucleotides, when many nucleotides like deoxyribonucleotide or ribose nucleotide, they are joined to each other by phosphodiester bond, they forms nucleotide. Then micromolecules are classified into two types, lipids and secondary metabolites. Lipids are again classified into fatty acid, glycerol. Fatty acids are again classified into saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. Secondary metabolites like alkaloid, phenolics, terpenoids, essential oils, toxins, lectins, etc. We are going to study them further. Then inorganic biomolecules are classified into prime elements, macro elements, and trace elements. Prime elements are main elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, which is present in air. Macro elements like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur. And trace elements means which are found in very less amount like boron, chlorine, zinc, copper, molybdenum, nickel, silicon, cobalt, etc. See biomolecules in the cell. First is carbohydrates. The word carbohydrate means hydrates of carbon. They are also called as saccharides. They are biomolecules made from just three elements like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen having same ratio as in water. The ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is same as it is present in water, that is 2:1. And general formula of carbohydrates is CH2O. After completing bracket, you have to write N outside. That is any number it is. Carbohydrates can be broken down or oxidized to release energy. Based on number of sugar units, carbohydrates are classified into three types, namely monosaccharide means having only single sugar, disaccharide having two different types of sugar, and polysaccharides having many different types of sugars. Classification of carbohydrates, in which monosaccharides chemical formula is C6H12O6. Glucose, fructose, galactose. These are the examples. While sources of glucose, fruit, honey, fructose, and galactose, digested milk. Glucose is the most important fuel in living cells. Its concentration in the human blood is about 90 milligram per 100 ml of blood. The small size and solubility in water of glucose molecules allow them to pass through the cell membrane into the cell. Energy is released when the molecules are metabolized by cellular respiration. While fructose, it is fruit sugar, and chemically it is ketohexoses, but it has 5 atom ring rather than a 6 atom ring. Fructose reacts with glucose to form the sucrose, that is disaccharides. Galactose, it looks very similar to glucose molecule. They can also exist in alpha and beta form. Galactose react with glucose to form disaccharide lactose. However, glucose and galactose cannot be easily converted into one another. Galactose cannot play the same role in respiration as glucose. Disaccharides like C12H22O11. Maltose, it is a disaccharide. Di means two, you have to remember. Here two sugars joins together to form disaccharide. Example is maltose joined by glucose unit and another glucose unit. Sucrose joining glucose and fructose, lactose by joining glucose and galactose. So see here, glucose is common in maltose, sucrose and lactose, but when another glucose joins to this glucose molecule, it forms maltose. When fructose joins with glucose, it forms sucrose, and when galactose joins to glucose, it forms lactose. Maltose is found in barley, sucrose is found in table sugar, lactose is found in milk. Polysaccharides, C6H10O5, after completing bracket you have to write N outside. Poly means many. When many sugars joins together, it forms polysaccharides. When all sugars are of same type, they are classified into homopolysaccharide. When they are of different types, they are called as heteropolysaccharide. Example, starch. Cellulose, pectin and glycogen, they are non-starch polysaccharide. Starch found in bread, pasta. Cellulose found in whole cereals. Pectin found in fruit, cell wall. Cellulose and pectin is found in cell wall. Glycogen is found in liver and muscle cells. Now see monosaccharides. These are the simplest sugars having crystalline structure. You know sugar which we use, it is crystalline structure. Sweet to taste and soluble in water. So these are the properties. They cannot be further hydrolyzed into smaller molecules. They are the building blocks or monomers of complex carbohydrates like disaccharides and polysaccharides. They have general molecular formula CH2O. After completing the bracket, N is written outside, where N can be 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. They can be classified as triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose, etc. according to the number of carbon atoms in a molecule, as mentioned in the table, which we are going to study in the next slide. Monosaccharide containing the aldehyde group, that is CHO group, are classified as aldoses. Example, glucose, xylose, and those with ketone group, it is C double bond O groups, are classified as ketose group. Example, ribulose, fructose. All monosaccharides are reducing sugars. due to presence of free aldehyde group. In this diagram which is shown here, structure of glucose is shown. You see aldehyde group, that is CHO group is seen here. As free aldehyde or ketone group is found, these sugars reduce Benedict's reagent into cupric ions to cuprous ion, and brick red PPT is obtained. Since they are capable of transferring hydrogen electrons to other compound, a process is called as reduction. So in this diagram, structure of glucose is shown. If you will count, you will see C6 carbon molecules are 6, H12, 12 hydrogens are seen, and oxygen 6. So C6H12O6, it is hexose sugar. Why hexose sugar? Because 6 carbons are present. C6H12O6. So in the previous slide, you had seen different types of monosaccharides on the basis of carbon atoms. If 3 carbon atoms are present, it is called as trioses, C3H6O3. Glyceraldehyde, aldoses are glyceraldehyde, ketoses are dihydroxyacetone. If aldehyde group is present, it is called as aldoses. And if ketone group is present, they are called as ketoses. So trioses are aldoses and ketoses having 3 carbon atoms. Glyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone are the example. Tetroses. Tetro means 4, trio means 3, tetro means 4, pento means 5, hexo means 6, hepto means 7. So on the basis of this, you have to remember, if 3 carbon atoms are present, trioses. If 4 are present, tetroses. If 5 present, pentoses. So like this, you have to remember. Tetroses C4H8O4. Example of aldoses are erythrose and ketoses are erythrulose. Pentoses C5H10O5. Example of aldoses xylose, ribose and ketoses ribulose. Hexoses C6H12O6. Glucose, galactose are the example of aldoses and fructose is the example of ketoses, while heptoses C7H14O7 pseudoheptulose is the example of aldoses. So on the basis of carbon atoms, you have to remember the types of monosaccharides. Now see disaccharides. Monosaccharides are rare in nature. Most sugars found in nature are disaccharides. Di means two. Disaccharide is formed when two monosaccharides react by condensation reaction, releasing water molecule. Here, condensation reaction takes place. In monosaccharide, reduction takes place, while in disaccharide, condensation reaction takes place by releasing water. This process requires energy. A glycosidic bond forms and holds the two monosaccharide units together. So in this diagram of maltose, you see two glucose units. They are joined together, and the bond which is established between these two glucose units is glycosidic bond, which you can see in the diagram. Sucrose, lactose and maltose are the examples of disaccharide. Sucrose is non-reducing sugar since it lacks free aldehyde or ketone groups. Lactose and maltose are reducing sugars. Lactose also exists in beta form, which is made from beta galactose and beta glucose. Disaccharides are soluble in water. You know monosaccharides are also soluble in water. Disaccharides are also soluble in water. But they are too big to pass through the cell. Monosaccharides can pass through cell, but disaccharides, they are larger molecules. They cannot pass through cell membrane by diffusion. They are broken down into small intestine during digestion. So you had studied digestion. During digestion in small intestine, these disaccharides are broken down. Thus formed monosaccharides then pass into blood and through cell membranes into the cell. In this above reaction, you see disaccharide plus water, hydrolysis takes place and two monosaccharides are formed separately. And these monosaccharides pass through the cell membrane into cells. Polysaccharides. Monosaccharides can undergo a series of condensation reactions, adding one unit after other to the chain till a very large molecule polysaccharide is formed. This is called polymerization. Polysaccharides are broken down by hydrolysis into monosaccharides. So remember, polysaccharides are broken down by hydrolysis into monosaccharides. The properties of polysaccharide molecule depends on its length, branching, folding and coiling. Starch. First polysaccharide is starch. Starch is a stored food in the plants. You know, after the process of photosynthesis, this starch is stored in tubers, roots, then fruits. Different parts of the plant stores this starch. It exists in two forms, amylose and amylopectin. In the diagram which is shown here, amylose is shown and amylopectin is also shown. See the difference between these. Amylose is unbranched polymer of alpha glucose. The molecules coil into helical structure. It forms a colloidal suspension in hot water. So amylose forms a colloidal substance in hot water, while amylopectin is completely insoluble in water. Amylose is unbranched polymer. In the diagram you can see, while amylopectin is branched polymer of alpha glucose. So this is the difference between amylose and amylopectin. These two are the examples of starch. While glycogen is another example of polysaccharide. It is amylopectin with very short distances between the branching side chains. Glycogen is stored in animal body, particularly in liver and muscles, from where it is hydrolyzed as per need to produce glucose. So, on the basis of need of glucose, they are hydrolyzed and it is stored in, this glycogen is stored in liver and muscle cells. Next example is cellulose. Cellulose, it is a polymer made from beta glucose molecule and the polymer molecule are straight. Cellulose serve to form the cell wall in plant cell. These are much tougher than cell membranes. This toughness is due to the arrangement of glucose units in polymer chain and hydrogen bonding between the neighboring chains. Now see biological significance of carbohydrates. You know, carbohydrate supplies energy for metabolism. Glucose is the main substrate for ATP synthesis. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. So it is the main substrate. Glucose is the main substrate for ATP synthesis. Lactose, which is found in milk, disaccharide, provides energy to lactating babies. Lactating babies means babies which are feeding, which feed on milk. They are called as lactating babies. Polysaccharides serve as structural component of cell membrane, cell wall and reserve food as starch and glycogen.